I legitimately only bought this shirt to show off the fact that I have my favorite author's handwriting on my back. Hey, what's up, hello? My name is Emma, and today I'm giving you guys my January book haul and not wrap up, only the book haul. Today I'm giving you guys my December and January book haul. I have never just done a book haul. I always do monthly book hauls and wrap-ups together, but the biannual bibliothon messed up my uploading schedule in like 17 billion different ways. So I'm still off on like all of the end of the year videos that I wanted to upload. So you'll probably be getting some like random videos that should have been posted in December in like March, but we're just gonna go with it. So for this month, I'm matching up my January and December book haul and my January and December wrap-up, and then my January and December favorites. So today, I'm just showing you the books, which I'm really excited about. So if I'm correct, I have 4 books that I received in December. Just saying, just received. I didn't buy a single book in December, and that hasn't happened in 2 years. So I'm very proud of myself for that. Life achievement unlocked. But then I went a little crazy and bought 8 books in January. But I felt I had very decent reasons for all of these purchases. Kind of not very decent reasons for the last 3. Let us start with my December book haul. So the first book I received, not bought, I'm gonna keep reiterating that because I'm so proud of myself, was The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, and I received this from Cassie, from Miss Sassy Cassie. Cassie sent me this book as a part of the Bibliothon Girls Secret Santa because, you know, clearly I talk about the biannual bibliothon a lot with the 6 other booktubers that I'm in this group with. They're my best friends in the entire world. And so we decided to do a Secret Santa this year with all of us together, and Cassie got me and she sent me this book, and I'm so happy she bought it. I know that this book is one of Cassie's all-time favorite books, and I've been dying to read it and I just haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm so excited that I now have it and that I can now read it. So thank you so much, Cassie, for sending me this book. It makes it all the more special knowing that you sent me your favorite book. And then the final 3 books that I received in December are all from one person who happens to be one of my very best friends in the entire world. That is Michael Book Lion. He sent me 3 books for Christmas when I told him to send me 1, but he doesn't listen to me. So he got me the first 3 books in the Raven cycle, The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, and Blue Lily Lily Blue. I have been dying to read The Raven Boys. I just haven't gotten around to getting the books, and now I have the first 3. And I had said in my TBR challenge for 2016 that my TBR challenge for January was to read a book that my viewers pick for me. So I let you guys give me a ton of book recommendations in the comments of this video, and as soon as somebody suggested The Raven Boys, I was like, okay, I am all over that. And then The Raven Boys actually happened to be the most requested, and I wasn't going to do it as like the most requested book as the one I would read. I just wanted to get a recommendation that I wanted to read, but it happened to be the most requested, so I haven't read The Raven Boys yet, but I'm definitely going to be reading it in February, even though it was January's challenge. But thank you so much, Michael, for sending me all 3 of these books, even though I hate you because you were only supposed to send me 1. But I'm so happy that I have these 3 books now. I know I'm going to be getting to them soon, and I'm super excited. Actually, I mixed it up, and I have one more book that I received in December, but it also wasn't one that I bought, so still hanging on to that no book things in December of 2015. But this book is actually also from Michael Book Lion. Michael and I live really close to each other, and so whenever we do have the opportunity to hang out, we try our best to. So we filmed 2 videos, and if you want, I'll link both of our collabs in the description. And so also on that day, we decided to go to Barnes & Noble, and I still did not buy anything. I swear to God, I'm gonna milk this no buying books in December of 2015 thing forever. But while we were there, I noticed that they had the TV tie-in for Shadowhunters and City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and as I am collecting every single edition of Cassandra Clare books ever written, I had to have it, but I didn't want to spend the money on it, and Michael is annoying and doesn't let me pay for anything, so he bought me this book. So Michael, thank you again, even though, again, I hate you for buying me books when you have no reason to. But now I have 6 copies of City of Bones, and I'm pretty sure it's every copy of City of Bones published in English, so I'm doing pretty good on this collection thing, guys. Now we're gonna move on to my January books. In the beginning of January, I went to the Passenger and Truthwitch signing launch party for those 2 books in New York City. I vlogged the entire experience, and if you want to see that vlog, I will leave that in the description below. But I did end up buying 2 books at the signing. The first one being Truthwitch by Susan Dennard. I am extremely excited to start reading Truthwitch. It sounds like a really awesome fantasy novel, and I've been hearing nothing but rave reviews. Susan Dennard is also such a sweetheart, and she's one of the most adorable human beings I've ever seen in my entire life. And so she just talks so passionately about this book that I'm really, really excited to read it. I'm actually buddy reading this with like 5 billion booktubers. I think it's me, Red from Little Red Reader, Cassie from Miss Sassy Cassie, Kelly from Kelly's Book Spill, and Megan from Megan Precourt, and there might be another 1 or 2 people thrown in there, but we're reading this as a group pretty soon, and I'm really excited to start reading it. It was one of my most anticipated reads of 2016, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm really happy that I'm reading it very close to the release date, because normally this would sit on my shelf for months, but I'm super excited that I'm going to read it. And then at that signing, Erin Bauman was the moderator, who is an author who I've read from before, but she has a newer book out called Vengeance Road that I'm super excited to read. Erin Bauman is another author that I'm so happy that I finally got to meet, because I didn't really think I would ever get to meet this author, so it was really awesome that she was there. Look at this cover, guys. It is so beautiful, and it's a Western novel. It's a Western YA that's historical fiction, and I've never read a book like that, and I'm really, really excited to. I feel like I've been really getting into more historical fiction when it's crossed over with other genres, as opposed to just being fiction set in a previous time. And I've also been hearing really good things about Vengeance Road, so it's definitely a book that I'm anticipating seeing how I'm going to feel about it. Then we get to the 3 books that were probably the most unnecessary purchase of this month, but I ended up buying the Infernal Devices manga by Cassandra Clare. I've been wanting these for a while, not only so I could have another format to reread the Infernal Devices in, but Barnes & Noble was having a sale for like buy 2 manga, get 1 free, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the opportunity that I have to buy these manga, like it's fate. And then they didn't have book 1, so I had to hold the other 2 books, and I had to get Clockwork Angel sent there, and then I got there, and then apparently this isn't considered manga. I understand that manga is like read this way, not this way, but look, this is a manga. This isn't like a graphic novel. This is a manga. And it was in the manga section when I picked it out. So they didn't give me 1 free, they gave me 1 50% off, but still, I decided to go with it because I'm still never going to find these books for any less than that. So I'm glad I bought it for the price of 2.5. The original reason that I really wanted the manga was so that I could have every single Cassandra Clare book ever published in English, because even though it's a manga, there's still English writing in it. I've also never read a manga, so that's another reason for me, because I feel like it's easier for me to delve into different formats with a reread first. So I think this will be a really great way for me to read all of the manga that I have sitting on my shelf. It's not all of the manga. I have Death Note. That's the only manga I have, but still, I definitely want to get to this really soon. I reread The Infernal Devices a couple of months ago, but because it's in such a different format, I'm really, really anticipating reading these in manga, because I want to see if it makes the story feel any different, or if I just like reading manga better. I think that even though I didn't really need another edition of the Infernal Devices series, I got it in a different format that's going to be a totally new experience for me, and I'm really happy that I bought them. And then we get to my final book of January 2016, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. So the reason I decided to pick up A Court of Thorns and Roses is because my dad lives in Delaware, which is like a 2.5, 3.5 hour drive from me, so I wanted to give another audiobook a shot, because I had previously tried my first audiobook ever earlier this month, and I really enjoyed the experience, and I thought it would be really great for me to have a new one, but to try it with a book that wasn't a reread, that was totally new. And so a lot of my friends had read A Court of Thorns and Roses and really loved it, and also I wasn't the biggest fan of the Throne of Glass series, and so I thought it would be interesting to read a different kind of story from Sarah J. Maas, to make sure that it's not that I don't like her as an author, I just didn't like Throne of Glass, at least the first 3 books. I know people are probably unsubscribing as I say that. But so while I listened to the bulk of this book on audiobook, I fell so in love with it immediately that as soon as I got to my dad's, I'm like, Dad, we have to go to Barnes & Noble, because I need this book in my life. So I got the physical copy, and I read some of it through that, because audiobooks take forever to read, but I absolutely loved this book. I don't want to talk about this now because I'm going to talk about it in the wrap-up, but it was fantastic, and I'm so excited for A Court of Mist and Fury, and I'm glad I got it, because then I wouldn't just have the book of A Court of Mist and Fury, I'll have them together, and I'm super excited for that. So those are all the books that I bought in December and January. I have a pretty decent haul combined with the 2 months. I just felt like there's not a ton of books like I normally have, so it was a good idea for me to combine them together. As always, leave me a comment below if you've read any of these books, or if you have any of these books, and leave me a comment saying your favorite book that you bought either in December or January, or both. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon for a new one. Bye!